Met a girl named Marilyn. She asked me what was on my mind. Saturday down at Lucille's bar. I talked her up a deep stuff, heartbreak, how it shattered me. She said, don't think on it too long. She said, enough tears you spent, text that you sent. Don't you think he can see right through it? If he felt the same, he would have come. And I said, damn girl, you're right. How couldn't I just see if maybe things were different? Lord, I know I need to listen. My kind of guy, he's different. And my kind of guy, he's different. My kind of guy, he's different. Oh, my kind of guy, he's different.
My name is Emily Stinnett. I am 19 years old and I am out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I've always been singing ever since I was little. I started in elementary choirs, like beginning choirs, and then throughout middle school and high school, I started doing show choirs. And after high school, I really wanted to make a start in the Las Vegas music scene. So I started gigging with who is now my boyfriend, Nathan Peterson. We started a band together and we started performing together about a year ago. In October, we're celebrating our gig anniversary. But we started in just like little local bars and all that good stuff. And from there on, now we performed like on the Strip and different places like that. But yeah.
So can we go through, do you mind if I just jump straight into some student questions? And guys, keep them coming. Some of you guys emailed them to me earlier, but one of the kids wanted to know, how did you first get into specifically country music and what inspired you to pursue becoming a country singer?
That is a really great question. I've always had a love for country music. When I was younger, I would say even first or second grade, I loved going on Channel 57. It was Channel 57. It was CMT music videos. And I would watch country music videos all day. And that's how I would memorize lyrics to songs. Because they didn't have the lyrics like on the music video. So I would just have to hear the lyrics that they're singing. And I would just watch those videos all day. And I just started falling in love with country music. And also my dad's side of the family, they live in Texas. So every year we'd go out and visit them. And my cousin Caitlin, she's an amazing singer, songwriter, and guitarist. And when I was younger, she always used to sit and play with me. And I just started falling in love with country music. And I was like, this is something that I really want to do for the rest of my life.
That's wonderful. One of the kids, they wanted to know, can you tell us about your most exciting or memorable moment in your music career so far?
Oh my goodness, I sure can. So I don't know, y'all know about like Nashville, Tennessee, that country music scene. I actually was able to record my first single in Nashville, Tennessee, and I got to record in the same music studio as Rascal Flatts, Reba, Garth Brooks, all those greats. And I got to work with some of the producers and people that play all the instruments on the songs. I got to record and work with them, and that was nuts. And also, I don't know if you guys know about the Grand Ole Opry. That's another big stage and scene for country music. And I got to record some people that play and perform there every night. So I was very blessed. Definitely walked in there and I was like, oh my gosh, do I belong here? Like freaking Rascal Flatts, what's going on here right now? But it's great. And they're all so sweet. That was probably one of the most memorable moments. And I have photos too, but I love it. That was so cool.
That is absolutely wonderful. And we'll put some photos in the production, post-production. So I have a question from Daniel. And Daniel, you had an awesome question from Spain. I was wondering this myself. Go ahead and unmute to ask your question, friend.
Hello. I was wondering, what
Hey.
are your like inspirations so that you make songs?
Yes, that's an amazing question, Daniel. So I like songwriting. So songwriting is one of my favorite things to do. And inspiration wise, I love Dolly Parton and the way that she writes her songs. So sometimes I'll just sit and listen to Dolly Parton songs and just kind of analyze the way that she writes. Her, Garth Brooks, all of the greats. I love just sitting down and really listening and honing in on country music and taking little bits from different artists. That way I can add it to my tool belt. But yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Absolutely. So one of the kids wanted to know, can you share some advice for young aspiring musicians who want to pursue a career in music?
Of course, keep going. That's basically it. Keep going. So after I graduated high school, I was stuck in a spot where I didn't have any connections. I didn't have any gigs lined up. I had literally nothing. I started from scratch. And I was wondering, like, what can I do? You just have to go out there. So a great thing to do is look up like local open mic nights. So we found one of those, and that's actually where Nathan and I, my guitarist and boyfriend, that's where we did our first gig at, was an open mic night on Water Street here in Las Vegas. And you just go to all those things and you meet new people. We met a guy at that open mic night that night that introduced us to a new open mic night location and introduced us to a new showcase. So one of the main things with music is making connections. You got to connect with different artists and they will actually help you find new gig locations and meet new people. But just keep going. You're going to get times where you're like, oh my gosh, am I in the right profession? Because this is really freaking hard. But you just got to keep going, honestly.
That is awesome advice. One of the kids, they wanted to know, speaking of which, of all your performances, do you have a favorite music festival or venue that you've performed at? Is it, I'm guessing Tennessee, but is one that sticks out, one that sticks out?
Yeah, so if we're talking local scene, Nathan and I perform monthly at a place called Soul Belly here in Las Vegas. It's a great barbecue restaurant, and it's actually free for everybody to go in and watch the shows, but it's a big showcase, so it's not just us performing, it's like 10 other artists, and they're only doing original music. So that's one of our favorite venues that we go to and perform at because we get to watch other people as well. And it's other people's stories. So you're only allowed to do original songs at Soul Belly. You can't do covers and all that good stuff. They'll literally kick you out. It's crazy. But
That is interesting. I never knew about that.
I don't know, they'll kick you out.
That's wild. One of the kids, they wanted to know, is there any specific challenges that you faced as a female country artist? And if so, how do you overcome that?
For sure. So honestly, sometimes it's really hard as a female musician to be heard of and feel seen and acknowledged sometimes, especially by those male dominant producers. There have been times where I felt walked over or told, like, this is what you're going to do and you're going to like it. But you just have to remember to stand up for yourself in those moments. And there's even been times during performances where, like, there'll be specific male listeners in the audience and they'll tell me, actually, no, you shouldn't do that. Let's do something else, like in the middle of a performance. You just have to remember to compartmentalize all of that and just tell them, hey, thank you so much for listening, but I'm going to do my own thing. There's so many people in this business that will try and walk all over you. So you just got to remember to stand your ground.
That sounds really difficult. But
Oh,
good
yeah.
job. Keep going. You and Nate, keep going.
Yeah.
So one of the kids, they wanted to know, like, what kind of process is it? Because you're starting to get a following with YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music, and we'll have those links in the video. What is that process like? How does that go? How do you go about that?
Oh my goodness. So I actually got social media when I was in high school. I think I was a freshman or sophomore because that is the time that my parents let me get it. I had to wait. I had to wait a little longer. Nowadays, everybody's got social media. But I got it in my freshman year of high school, and I actually utilized Instagram a lot. I utilized it in the way where I would record cover songs in my garage. So we didn't have any fancy equipment when I was in high school, anything like that. We still don't. But my dad would like set up backdrops in the garage, like cheap ones off of Amazon. Like there was one that we bought that was, it looked like a bunch of like old wooden bricks, and it was made out of paper, and we just tape it to the door and make it look like it was a cool scene. And I would just record songs for 2 minutes, and I did that for a while. I would record at least one cover song a week and post it on Instagram. One of the great things to utilize with any social media platform is the hashtags. One of the greats is like hashtag instagood or hashtag daily, insta daily, all that good stuff. So hashtags, they play a big role in just being consistent with your posting. So I do have TikTok and YouTube. I do use Instagram a lot more than all the other platforms, even though they're all great. When I first started out, I would record once a week, I think for the next few years of high school. And then actually, the producer that helped me record my first single, he found me by watching an old cover song video from when I was a freshman in high school. So, you never know who's listening and watching on social media. So you just want to be consistent.
Absolutely. That's great advice. So Irene is from Italy. Irene, you should unmute to ask, and then we'll go to Miss Drawn's class out here in Henderson, Nevada.
Hi, I just want to ask, what is your favorite country song?
Oh, my heart. Oh my gosh, that is so hard. Whenever somebody asks, like, what's your favorite country song or country artist, I'm like, crap, I'm freaking out, man. I love Garth Brooks. Have you heard of Garth? I love him so much. He's so great. Not only is he a great performer, he's a great singer, and the way that he just his persona. So I think one of my favorite country songs, it's called Rodeo by Garth Brooks, or also Callin' Baton Rouge. That is just such a fun song. I love the songs where I can just dance and have a good time. So I would say that's probably my favorite country song. I'm like, don't judge me, Dolly Parton. I love her too. It's hard.
Okay.
That's perfect. So I know that was one of Ms. Drawn's kids' questions. So Ms. Drawn, go ahead, and you guys can ask them.
Sorry.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry for the upside down, but we're trying to make this work.
You're okay.
Okay, my kids have some questions for you, and we're gonna start with Blake. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Blake. Okay, Blake. Let's see if we can see him. Sorry. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Do you want to ask her?
Oh my gosh, so cute.
What is your favorite song?
Oh, favorite song. I would say if it wasn't Callin' Baton Rouge by Garth Brooks, it would be, this is tricky. I love Taylor Swift. Do you know Taylor Swift? Yeah, I love Taylor Swift and some of her old songs. There's actually a Taylor Swift song called Our Song, which is a great, great song.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm trying here. Okay, thank you. We have another great question for you. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, wait, ready? Okay, it's Maverick's turn. Okay, Maverick.
What's your favorite song?
Oh, no.
My favorite song again?
No. Instrument.
Oh, instrument. Oh my goodness. I would probably say a slide guitar. So they also call those dobros. And basically it's guitars that lay on somebody's lap and they slide it to make sounds. And it's so cool. So I would say a dobro.
That is awesome. Miss Drawn, you guys have one more question?
Okay. Yes, give me a second.
They are so adorable. I love this.
Yeah, they're little ones.
They're little ones.
Yes, sorry.
You're okay.
He was this Sebastian. Okay, Sebastian. Here we go.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, that's a good one. My favorite color is teal.
Oh,
Teal?
sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
I'm muted.
Sorry
My
about
favorite
that.
color. You're okay. My favorite color is teal. What's yours?
He's at black. But we have a question from one of our kids. Daniel, we'll go with you. We'll go with two more questions, Emily, and then we'll let you go. Daniel, go ahead and ask your question.
Besides country, what is your favorite musical genre?
Ooh. So I love listening to all kinds of music. Of course, country will always have a place in my heart, but I love listening to pop, indie, soul, all that good stuff. You could just name a random song and I probably know it because I love listening to all different kinds of genres. I would say maybe pop. Pop is making some interesting comebacks right now. Pop and indie, those mixes. But I love pop music. I love indie. I love folk music. If you've never heard folk music, you should definitely listen to it. Zach Bryan's a good example of a mix of country and folk. So he actually sings that song that's kind of popular right now. It's called Something in the Orange. He's a good example of like folk and country, but yeah, I love
That's
that.
wonderful. And I know I'm getting a lot of requests for you to sing, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna schedule. I'm gonna share some videos from her YouTube on this recording, but we're also gonna schedule a time in the spring for her and Nate to come perform for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. So one of just quick show of hands, how many kids here are interested in careers in music or interested in learning about careers in music? Thumbs up. So see that we have a few. So what kind of advice for our final question, what advice would you have for these kids? Because you've performed all over. You and Nate have done some incredible things. I've followed you guys' stuff on social media.
Thank you so much.
What advice do you have for these kids?
Oh my goodness. First off, I love you guys so much. I'm so excited for you guys. No matter what part of the world that you are living in, just keep fighting. So I don't know how old you guys are. You said high school? Like
Yeah.
around high school? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. So you can start finding some local open mic nights you guys can attend. And you can have more of the opportunities for getting around where you live. But honestly, just keep that's really the only thing you're gonna keep that will knock you down, tell you to do it, you should try. If you really believe in your heart this is what you want to do, you do it. Just right there. Anything, let me know.
Excellent. Check her out in the video. Before we end the meeting for everyone to unmute, you tell me. Thank you so much for